of the Advent wreath is called the candle of prophecy. It reminds us of how God spoke to his people through the prophets, offering them the hope of a Savior. It also reminds us of the faithfulness of God's promises so that we can live in hope. The second candle on the Advent wreath is the Bethlehem candle. It is called the Bethlehem candle because it reminds us that the prophets foretold that the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem. Believers throughout the ages looked forward in faith to the fulfillment of what the prophets foretold. Those who believed the prophets knew that the Savior of the world would be born in Bethlehem, an ordinary little town in a stable full of animals. He comes to us also in ordinary places among ordinary people. And just as God set his star above Bethlehem that night, he also fills our seemingly ordinary lives with his light.
Micah chapter 5, verses 2 through 4. But you, Bethlehem, Ephrathah, though you are small among the clans of Judah, out of you will come from me one who will be ruler over Israel, whose origins are from old, from ancient times. Therefore Israel will be abandoned until the time when she who is in labor gives birth, and the rest of his brothers return to join the Israelites. He will stand and shepherd his flock in the strength of the Lord, in the majesty of the name of the Lord his God, and they will live securely, for then his greatness will reach to the ends of the earth. Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 through 6. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea, during the time of King Herod, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is the one who has been born king of the Jews? We saw his star in the east and have come to worship him." When King Herod heard this, he was disturbed, and all Jerusalem with him. When he had called together all the people's chief priests and teachers of the law, he asked them where the Christ was to be born. "In Bethlehem in Judea," they replied, "for this is what the prophet has written. But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, for out of you will come a ruler who will be the shepherd of my people Israel."